What's going on, guys? Tonight I'm gonna be working on yet another binge project. It seems like all I'm getting here, guys, is SanDisk Extreme SSDs and surfaces. And today, part 3 surface, and also we're gonna do a tool review. Guys, I've been getting so many tools, not just like data recovery tools, but just generally tools that end up being used for data recovery purposes, that I'm gonna be making a separate video and highlighting best of the best. Most of the stuff is gonna come from AliExpress, so it's very budget friendly stuff and very useful stuff. I'm not gonna recommend or shill some crap that you guys not gonna need or want. Only top quality stuff that I approve of and that help me make my life easier, and hopefully will make your life easier also. Why is today different than any other video that I've posted? Well, today, guys, we got an older 1796, I believe, but the difference is that it's rocking 2 SSDs. As you can see, there's not just one chip, but there's 2 of them here. 2 of these suckers. And I'll show you how to get data from them. Yes, you do need access to BitLocker key, most likely. Yes, you do need to remove them, most likely, unless you're some genius who knows how to fix these logic boards, get them to work, and then access them in a working environment. But you know what? For me, even removing the screen without cracking it on this Microsoft Surface is already a challenging task that I don't want to, get into too much. So if you're sending me a board like this, that's the preferred state of the device for me to work with. Just make sure you got the BitLocker key. You can get it through the link. I'm gonna post a link in the description box of this video for those of you who are hoping to recover data from your Surface, Microsoft Surface. We have 2 SSDs here that need to come out, but in order to take them out, we need to heat up the unit. To assist me with that today, guys, I'm gonna be unboxing and testing out, and this is not by any means a sponsored video, by Relife. This Relife product here is supposed to be a full-on holder for like a laptop motherboard. You know, I have my holders for smaller devices like SSDs and stuff and flash drives that I use, but nothing big enough to hold this piece. And maybe you've seen my previous videos where I actually use like multiple holders and it just looks super raggedy and ghetto. I don't necessarily use that brand too much, but I gotta say, this stuff here, the solder paste 138, I've been using to clean up chips and remove unleaded solder actually from devices, is really good. I'm super happy with it. So I hope that this fixture is gonna be equally satisfying to use, and hopefully will make our life easier. Alright, so what do we got here, dudes? I mean, ooh, very nice, you know, like it's got really good weight to it. The size is great. Some sort of certificate that's never going to be used. So let's see. So we have this part that can lock. We have these that can lock. The sliding mechanism is really satisfying, really nice. Moves very freely. So far I like it. We got a bunch of chip cleaning options here, and well, let's test this out. I mean, that's what we're here for, right? So this would go in something like that, and like that. So I would be cooking it off probably like this. Look at that. It's freaking awesome. It's perfect. In order to assist removing these chips, over here we have a little bit of a thing to remove. So this metal edge frame, I don't like it being in the way. So this is not an act of butchering. It's just because we're not going to be very gently removing these chips and landing them back on at any time. We're removing them forever. All right, so I want to take out these metal frames because they are in the way of the spatula, because that's what I'm going to use to pry out these chips and have them pulled off. I'm just going to pull this away to about here. Just mark them up, just so that we know when we're imaging that number 1 is done and then number 2 is done. I'm gonna add some flux along the edges. Spatula is right here. The JBC, I'm gonna set it to 400 degrees. Let's just preheat the area first. I say this was probably one of the hardest chips I've yet had to remove. This took forever. Okay. Well, the board holder did amazing. 10 out of 10. So next in line is the chip prep. Alright, so the dot is right here. Line it up. Lock it in. Let's test this thing. Power up, we got PHY, excellent. I think that's a good signal. Turn it on. We should get an ID right now. Yep, we got the ID 512. So this was 1 terabyte unit collectively, and there's our first sector. Awesome. So at this point, what we need to do is we need to open up our data extractor and start cloning this device. Next, make data copy into virtual disk. Storage spaces. I'm gonna have to find out if PC3000 handles storage spaces, but what we're gonna use after both of these images are created is gonna make this whole thing super flawless and simple. It's running at 90 megabytes per second, almost as if this is a brand new device. Statistics about the task. We have nothing unread. We have this many bad sectors. We have 1 modified sector, and we have that many extracted sectors. Okay, so it's, if you look at here, we got 1600 bads, and we got 1,200,000 of perfectly intact sectors. So I have this task turned off. I'm gonna close it up right now, and this is disconnected. Pull this apart, and let's get the chip number 1 out of there, and the chip number 2 is gonna go back in. Well, not back in, but in. Lock, slide the adapter in place, and insert into PC3000. Now power on. We got PHY light, that's beautiful. Universal utility should give us ID. Let's check sector control access. We got it or not? We do. So now same way, we're going into our data extractor and we create a task number 2. The final step of this process, so both of the virtual disks have been created, both the units had been imaged. Let's just get quick statistics on the second chip after imaging is done. It read very well, and I only have 2 bad sectors out of 1 billion. If we open up UFS Explorer, you guys can see that both volumes here, virtual disk and virtual disk, are 476 gigs. All right, but I didn't even have to do anything in terms of the assembly of the Microsoft spaces. It pulls them up automatically. This storage spaces disk is combined, and we have our partition table here. So as you can see, the BitLocker partition has a lock on it, and we can't see anything inside. We do need the password, so that's where this password gets entered. We hit OK, and voila, we have the directory. Now it's just a matter of selecting what the client wants and saving it. Once that saving process is finished, the data can be put in a report form and sent off to the client. That's pretty much it. That's pretty much all in regards to that specific case. So there, I showed you guys how to recover data from Surface devices, from Microsoft Surface devices that contain more than 1 SSD.